Hi there, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Austin, and this is going to be a series of me going over some GIFs and animations that I've made, and starting on this particular one right here, I'm going to be going over my Inktober that I drew today. For the month of October, I've actually been doing this series, where instead of doing the traditional Inktober's where everything's, it's all traditional and with like paper and ink and really tangible real things, I'm doing some practice doing digital, where I'm going through and doing something called Inktober. For this piece, for this series I should say, I've been trying to do the same general rules as an Inktober, where you do one thing each day, maybe following a theme. For mine, I've just been doing things that are generally kind of spooky, but I sort of want to go over my thought process for this particular piece. So as you can see, I'm drawing sort of like an imp devil creature thing. It's actually a redraw of something I sketched in a journal a long time ago, and I actually posted fairly recently on my Instagram in September. I wanted to go through and sort of give the piece a bit more detail and maybe show some of the ways this piece could potentially move. When I was going through making this piece originally, I was thinking this could be, maybe if I ever made like a game, or if I made, some sort of moving, some sort of GIF of this, so it's just something grand. I wanted to have this be maybe like a final boss or something creepy at the end of like a dungeon. That's sort of my thought process going into the design of this guy, as far as what I was picturing in my head. As far as what I'm doing now, I've drawn a base sketch of the creature that I'm working on, and I'm sort of going through and adding in some of the details that might have either been in the original drawing I'm basing this off of, or off of just details on the sketch layer from down below. I'm trying to make this one especially very stylized. Something I've been trying to focus on recently is sort of trying to find consistent ways to draw of what I would normally be drawing anyway, and sort of seeing what I tend to do and sort of really emphasizing those things. And this drawing in particular is something where I feel like this is really coming forth, and you can really see it in my art. So I'm trying to create something that's really spooky and fits with October and the whole Inktober theme. For what I'm doing right here, I'm actually drawing the tail. It was really important for me to keep redrawing it, like you saw there, just because this particular part is something where I really wanted to make sure the ink brush that I'm using, which has pen pressure and sensitivity and all that, I wanted to make it feel like one cohesive stroke the best I could, so I wanted to make that super apparent. For the most part, when I'm doing these Inktobers, as you can see in the one for today, I try and make them almost illustrations. Sometimes I'll have a lot more animation in there, especially in the first couple, in the first week or so. I made them really emphasizing the animation aspect. But recently, for some of the ones I've been doing, I've been trying to do an illustration and then give it some moving pieces. For example, I did a Frankenstein one on October 24th, aka yesterday if you're watching this as this video is coming out. But that one I especially, I did an illustration based off of some things I don't typically draw. I tend to draw a lot of thin characters, typically like girls, female, that sort of thing. So I want to sort of break outside my comfort zone. I want to draw this big, bulky creature that takes up most of the screen, very square, very rigid, and that was sort of my thought process for that. But for today, I was sort of staying inside my comfort zone a little bit with this piece, but sort of trying to play with it and see, what I could do differently and what I could do to make this piece really stand out and take it to more of a finished state. Just because something I tend to do is I tend to take pieces that are sketches and sort of leave them as sketches, because I don't want to put pressure on feeling the need to finish something, if that makes sense. And this particular piece is something I really wanted to go through and complete. And now that I have the sketch, if you look carefully on the timeline, I actually made a copy of the original sketch. I'm sort of trying to give this a sort of looping GIF quality. In the in the original time code I'm watching this in right now, the GIF's actually playing back really quick. I'm going to be editing in the finished version, and something I'm seeing right here, this is something I noticed after playing it back, because I never actually filled in the tail that I drew earlier. So I'm sort of going through and trying to make it look as similar as possible. But yeah, right here, you can see the finished GIF. This is sort of what the end result is. It's sort of a simple looping animation, but even 2 frames can be very effective if you use them properly. So yeah, that was the first piece of my Inktober series. I plan on doing this semi-regularly, maybe through the end of October, maybe for some miscellaneous animations or GIFs, just sort of explaining my thoughts and my intentions with them. So hope you liked it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, maybe a comment, let me know what you thought, maybe ways this could be better, could be could be worse. I don't know if you if you feel like that. But yeah, until next time, have a good one, you guys.
Stop.